And you needed a knee replacement?
Yes, a full knee replacement.
And you'd been putting it off, why?
I've been putting it off. I have been a caretaker for my husband for 4 years before his death.
I'm sorry to hear.
And so I had to take care of him. And when he passed, I actually lost 2/3 of my income. So therefore, I didn't really have the money that it required to have the aftercare. So that has been a long time.
The aftercare meaning after the surgery when you're in your home recuperating?
Correct.
Right, because you would need another person there to help you get through that.
Absolutely.
All right. You didn't have any family or friends?
Obviously, my husband has passed.
Right.
My son is in the military. He's stationed out of state.
Right.
So therefore, I couldn't rely on him.
Right.
The other family members all had obligations, so I've just been putting it off until I could get some help.
All right. So how did you end up talking about this with your neighbor, Ms. Adams?
We're friendly neighbors. She walks her dog in front of my house, and so we've stopped and talked. We've talked briefly. We've talked a little at length, and so I found out that she was a retired nurse.
Oh.
So it kind of stemmed the conversation of my having the knee replacement. And so she said, well, you know what? I can help you. I can do that for you.
Okay. How long?
I felt really sorry for her. I wanted to help her. You know, I was walking my dog by her house, as I always do. She loves my dog, and she pulled me in and said she was talking about her knee replacement.
Was she point blank asking you to take care of her?
Well, she wasn't asking at first.
Hold on one second.
She wasn't asking at first, but she was making it sound like she didn't have any help, and she knew.
Well, it sounds like that was the truth.
She knew I was a nurse, though, so
right.
You know, she was going on and on.
So what did you do? You offered to help her?
I offered, yeah. I said,
for free.
Well, I thought about it, and I wanted to do the right thing. She's my neighbor. She's always been nice to me.
I know, but listen, bake your neighbor an apple pie, but take care of them for 6 weeks is like a different story. That's a lot of work. You know?
It is, but I'm a professional nurse, and I know how to do it, and I have a lot of free time.
Okay.
And so I offered, and I said I'll do it for free, but
so
she kept insisting.
How was it going to be? How many hours a day were you going to be doing that?
So in the beginning, it takes a lot of time because they can't get up or anything. So I had to, spend a lot of time the first week. It was really easy, though, the first week, actually, because she was sedated, so it was easy. But then when she started waking up, she started getting demanding about everything.
How so?
She said, I don't like my toast with that type of butter. Just little things like that. And then she was also complaining. I was trying to get her to take her, do her therapy, her exercises, and she flat out refused and was telling me I didn't know what I was doing. I was following the exact discharge.
Meaning what?
The exact discharge instructions from the doctor. I was like elevating her knee, doing her exercises, and she was...
You mean bending her leg?
Yeah, bending the leg, elevating her leg.
And what was she saying to you about it?
Well, she just said she didn't think I knew what I was doing, and that it was going to take longer.
What did she say specifically?
She said, "I don't think you know what you're doing. This is awful." All
right, tell me how it went, Ms. Green. At the beginning, it was fine.
The beginning was fine. Obviously, I was not conscious most of the time. But
I hope you were conscious pretty quickly after.
Semi-conscious.
I guess you're taking painkillers.
I was taking painkillers,
and she wanted more and more and more.
Not at
complaining.
Okay, whoa. You'll know when I'm speaking to you because I will be looking at you and asking a question. Do not talk to each other. Talk directly to me when I ask you a question.
Okay.
Now, after the painkillers wore off, what was the problem?
Well, she was quite hard-handed, and she was...
What do you mean by that?
I mean, she was rough when she was helping me, and she actually acted more like a dictator than a caretaker.
From what it sounds like, the plaintiff was not a piece of cake to deal with. And I believe she was getting such a great deal from this nurse who agreed to take care of her. I believe she even said, I will take care of you for free. But the treatment that she was getting was nowhere near where it should have been. And of course, after every surgery, everyone who has had one or been through labor, you're in a lot of pain. but it doesn't give you the right to treat anyone who is trying to help you with any kind of disrespect. The plaintiff claims that the defendant was rough with her. But after you have your surgery, the place, the knee in this case that was operated on, is inflamed, it's in pain, it hasn't moved for some time, and now you need to start a physical therapy and start moving. And it could be scary. It could be painful at first. And it's not necessarily that the nurse was doing something wrong. I believe the plaintiff was just scared. And every time she felt even a little bit of pain, she panicked. Let's go back.
Okay, so it wasn't working out for either of you then?
No, not really.
Okay, so what's the problem? Why am I here?
Because she left me high and dry after we had agreed that she would take care of me. She's a nurse.
Well, hold on one second. So did you ever say to her, hey, I don't like what you're doing?
Yes, we had a talk. After about 2 weeks, when I was just not comfortable with what was happening, I asked her, I thought, well, I should speak with her. So I said, I really wish you could be, a little more kind and a little more, have more understanding, because this is really hard for me. I am 76 years old. This is not going to be an easy recovery for me.
You look good.
Thank you.
Okay.
But she kind of got very, very self-defensive. And
Okay.
she just...
Let me ask you, did you ever communicate with her about the way she was behaving in your eyes?
She was basically complaining to me, and so I told her, if you don't like it, you can find somebody else. So we agreed, that we would both work on it together.
Okay.
She was going to try.
Did you communicate to her what you felt was her bad behavior? First of all, what
Yes.
did you feel was her bad behavior?
I felt that she was taking advantage of me.
She was complaining a lot?
She was complaining.
She wasn't nice?
No, she was not nice.
Okay.
She was not following the directions that I was trying to follow, that the doctor had given for her aftercare.
Okay, so did you each decide, okay, let's both work on this?
Yes, we did.
How much longer did that last?
I would say it was another week.
And what was the straw that broke the camel's back?
She just basically was calling me constantly. I have other things to do.
She was on the phone all the time. She was either playing games or on a dating...
Well, what's she going to do all day? I mean, she got to do something.
Dating app, yes.
I'd be on a dating app, too. What are you going to do all day? Like, she can't just stare at you. It's not like
No,
you
I
require
didn't.
100% constant care.
I did not.
It's not like there's a long line of people standing like it's a concert, a rock concert, waiting to get the chance to take care of a 76-year-old woman rehabilitating from a knee replacement, right? Like, it's hard. So, and how much was she paying you?
$100 a week, Your Honor,
$100
to
a
be
week?
there every day.
And you wanted to do it for free.
I offered to do it for free, but
$100 a week? That's insane. I don't believe the prices like this exist anymore. I would say $100 a day would have made more sense, and maybe, just maybe, she would have been treated with more respect if only she charged what she is worth. I feel like sometimes, not all, but some people tend to not appreciate the services they're getting if they're getting a good deal. If they're getting it highly discounted, or if they're getting it for free, they tend to treat it as nothing. So this is my personal policy, that every time you want to do someone a favor, make sure you get compensated for your work. Otherwise, you won't be treated right, and you'll be doing the work for free, and you'll end up being very disappointed and heartbroken. Let's go back.
$100 a week. You think there's a long line of people waiting to take care of you for $100 a week after a knee replacement?
Absolutely not.
No, in fact, you learned that you should have probably been a little nicer to her, because she is free to leave. This is a free country, and she is free to leave because this is a job. Right?
Right.
And, so if you are going to not treat her well, then she is going to not stick around. If you are going to criticize everything she does, then she is going to not stick around. Your position is, well, this is a contract. She had to stick around no matter how she was treated for 6 weeks. And I didn't treat her that poorly, so I don't see what the problem is. And her position is, I don't have to do this. I don't have to keep working for her if I don't want to work for her, if this is how it's going to be. And we know there were problems because both of you agreed that there were problems and you needed to have, a heart-to-heart about it. I'm sorry that it didn't work out, but I'm supposed to make her pay When you saw the value of what she was doing and had to fly in a relative to take care of you?
Well, the point is that I would not have hired her if she had not volunteered, if she had not said, yes, I will take care of you, even free.
I understand, but it's not that she said, ooh, I have a chance to go to Aruba with my boyfriend. That's not what happened. What happened was she said, you know, I know what I'm doing. Please stop criticizing me. I'm not here to butter your toast, blah, blah. Like, she told you the problems. You told her the problem. But see, here's the thing. It's not a picnic to make $100 a week to take care of you. But it is a picnic for you, isn't it? Like, you were the one getting way more out of this deal. I realize that you were in a lot of pain, but boy, I would know where my bread was getting buttered, as it were.
I probably did not realize how much pain I was in, and so therefore I did not have a pleasant attitude. But my doctor said it was going to be a very, very hard recovery, and I found out just how hard it was.
How is your knee, by the way?
It is recovering finally, thank you.
Okay, good. May you have another 76 years on it. As good as the first 76.
Thank you.
But you're not going to get a penny here today because it's a job. She quit. Both of you warned each other. Nobody was happy. And she has a right to quit a job when she doesn't like how her boss is treating her. Legally, I think that you're in the right here. But morally, maybe you should have had a lot more patience since you were a nurse. Verdict for the defendant.
I agree with Judge Millian. I don't think the defendant owes anything to the lady. She wasn't treated right, and she made a choice to withdraw from that situation. And she was in the right to do so. At the same time, I do agree with Judge Millian that maybe she should have been a little bit more patient with a lady who is older, who is going through a lot of pain and just been through a surgery and also doesn't have immediate family nearby. So obviously she was under a lot of stress. Again, doesn't excuse her behavior, but kind of explains it a little bit more. And I know nurses are trained to deal with extreme situations like this with a lot of emotional turmoil coming from patients. Having said that, I understand that day after day, she was mistreated. She was with her for as long as she possibly could. And they even had a heart-to-heart conversation about this whole arrangement not really working out for the both of them because both of them had a few things that they were not happy about. So my take is I truly believe she doesn't owe anything, especially since she was doing this job basically for free. I know she was being paid $100 a week, but we all know it's nothing. It probably wouldn't even cover her gas. What did you guys think about this case? Please put it in the comments below, and thank you for watching.